Welcome student. Welcome student in Christchurch Convent Digital Classes, subject Chemistry, class 11, chapter 5, unit 5. In this video we will see about states of matter. Objective: after studying this unit you will be able to answer, explain the existence of different state of matter in terms of balance between intermolecular forces and thermal energy of particles, explain the laws governing behavior of ideal gases, apply gas law in various real life situations, explain the behavior of real gases, describe the conditions required for liquefaction of gases, realize that there is a continuity in gaseous and liquid state, differentiate between gaseous state and vapors, explain properties of liquid in terms of intermolecular attraction. So, as you all know, the matter is made up of particle, and a single particle is can be at the size of atom, such as atomic size, ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy means energy required to remove one electron from an atom in gaseous state. Electronic charge density, molecular shape, and polarity. The most of important characteristic of chemical system with which we are familiar represents bulk properties of matter. For example, the properties associated with a collection of a large number of atoms, ions, or molecules. For example, an individual molecule it can exist as liquid or it can be solid. Water can be found in solid, liquid, or gaseous state, or in vapor system, or steam. So water is the only substance on the earth which can be found in three states: solid, liquid, and gas vapor phase. In all the three states of water, chemical composition of water remains the same, that is H2O. The characteristics of the three states of water depend on the energies of the molecule and on the manner in which the water molecule aggregate. Same is true for other substance also. So chemical properties of a substance do not change with the change in its physical state, but the rate of chemical reaction do depend on the physical state. Many times in calculation, while dealing with data of experiment, we require to knowledge the state of matter. Therefore, it becomes necessary for a chemist to know physical laws which govern the behavior of the matter in different states. So, first thing in matter, we will see intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces are the forces of attraction and repulsion between interacting particles that can be atom or molecules. This term does not include the electrostatic force that exists between two oppositely charged ions and the force that holds atom of a molecule together, that is covalent bond. Attractive intermolecular forces are known as van der Waals forces. These are weak forces in the honor of Dutch scientist van der Waals. Now you can see in the right hand side in figure a symmetrical distribution of electronic charge cloud is showing to you. In the center there is a positive charge or the nucleus of an atom. Only a few element can participate in hydrogen bond formation. Therefore, it is treated as a separate category. Now, dispersion forces or London forces. Atoms and non-polar molecules are electrically symmetrical and have no dipole moment. because of their electronic charge cloud is symmetrically distributed. But a dipole may develop momentarily even in such atoms and molecules. This can be understood as follows, as shown in figure C. It can be happen in two ways, B and C. Positive charge may be on the left hand side or on the right hand side. So at one end there is an increase in the positive charge, so other end there is a decrease in negative charge, and these two to include दूध देखना है भैया. हाँ हम देख लेंगे भैया. Dispersion forces or London forces. Atoms and nonpolar molecules are electrically symmetrical and have no dipole moment because their electronic charge cloud is symmetrically distributed. Suppose we have a two atom A and B, and in the close vicinity each of other, they are close to each other. It may so happen that momentarily electronic charge distribution on one atoms, say A and B, becomes unsymmetrical, that is charge cloud is more on the one side and the other, as shown in figure B and C 5.1. So the temporary dipole of atom A and B attract each other. Similarly, temporary dipole are induced in molecules also. This force of attraction was first proposed by the German physicist Fritz London, and for this reason these forces of attraction between two temporary dipoles is known as London forces. Another name for this force is dispersion force. These forces are always attractive and interaction energy is inversely proportional to the sixth power of the distance between two interacting particles, 1 upon r raised to power 6, that is nearly about 500 picometer, means 500 into 10 raised to power minus 12 meter. Now next is dipole forces. Dipole forces act between two molecules having permanent dipole. Dipoles mean there is a positive and negative charge situated close to each other. Partial charges, and these charges are shown by the Greek letter delta. Partial charges are always less than unit electronic charge, 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 Coulomb. The polar molecules interact with neighboring molecules, shows electron cloud distribution in the dipole of hydrogen chloride, and you can see in the diagram figure 5.2, there is a partial dipole. On H plus there is a partial positive charge, and on Cl minus there is a partial negative charge. More charge density towards chlorine because the bond pair electron shifts towards chlorine due to high electronegativity of chlorine. Similar dipole may develop during hydrogen bond formation, as we have studied in the previous video. When hydrogen react with more electronegative element like fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, this is a special case of dipole-dipole interaction between in the hydrogen bond. We have already gone through in unit 4 chapter 4 what is hydrogen bond. It can be interatomic or intraatomic. It is found in the molecules. Hydrogen bond is found in the molecules in which highly polar NH, OH or HF bond are present. Although hydrogen bonding is regarded as being limited to nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine, but species such as chlorine may also participate in hydrogen bonding. Energy of hydrogen in hydrogen bonding varies from 10 to 100 kilojoule per mole. This is quite a significant amount of energy. Therefore, hydrogen bonds are powerful forces in determining the structure and properties of many compounds. For example, protein and nucleic acids. The strength of the hydrogen bond is determined by the Coulombic interaction between the lone pair electrons of the electronegative atom and the one molecule of the hydrogen atom of the other molecule. In case of HF, hydrogen fluoride, fluorine is the most electronegative element, so the share paired electrons shift towards fluorine, so it develops partial negative charge and hydrogen develop partial positive charge. Along with that, fluorine have 3 lone pair electron also. So intramolecular forces discussed so far are attractive. Molecules also exert repulsive forces on one another molecules. When two molecules are brought into close contact with each other, the repulsion between the electron clouds and the between nuclei of the two nucleus molecules come into play. The magnitude of the repulsion rises very rapidly as the distance separating the molecules decreases. This is the reason that liquid and solid are hard to compress. In the 3 state of molecule already in close contact, therefore they resist further compression, as that would result in the increase of repulsive interaction. Now 5.2, thermal energy. Thermal energy is the energy of a body arising from motion of its atom or molecules. It is directly proportional to the temperature of the substance. It is the measure of average kinetic energy of the particles of the matter, and it's thus responsible for movement of particles. This movement of particle is called thermal motion. तो किसी भी मैटर को यदि हम एनर्जी देते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ हीट, it increases the kinetic energy of the particles of the matter, and due to this particles of the matter start moving rapidly. Now we will compare the intermolecular forces versus thermal interactions. We have already seen that intermolecular forces tend to keep the molecules together. इंटरमॉलिक्यूलर अट्रैक्शन फोर्सेस मॉलिक्यूल को एक साथ रखने की कोशिश करते हैं किसी मैटर के, बट the thermal energy of the molecules tend to keep them apart. पर जो मॉलिक्यूल की थर्मल एनर्जी होती है मॉलिक्यूल्स को एक दूसरे से दूर रखते हैं. In the 3 states of matter are result of the balance of intermolecular forces and the thermal energy of the molecules. इन दोनों में एनर्जी में बैलेंस के कारण ही मैटर की 3 स्टेट होती हैं अलग अलग, सॉलिड, लिक्विड एंड गैस. When molecule interaction are very weak, molecule do not cling together to make